Welcome back to ARC Tutorials. This is Masterclass series on FastAPI. In part 3, today we are going to learn about query parameters. If you have missed part 1, part 2, make sure that you check them out. Let's start coding. Before I start coding, if you find value in my tutorials, smash that like button. Have doubts, comment, want to learn, subscribe. If you want one-on-one training, email me. Let's start coding. Alright, so in part 2, we had done the dynamic routing and we learned how to create dynamic routes. Today we are going to learn how to handle query params in building this solid performance oriented REST endpoints. Alright, so query params are the key value pairs after in the URL, right? So if you take any example and say search, and you can have a query param and say q equal to some query ampersand followed by some value, so on and so forth. Those are called the query params that you see in the URL. It can be one, it can be anything like this. It can be Bangalore, query can be food and city and state and price equal to 10, whatever you see, these are called query params. All right, so let's go ahead and build that to handle. Now this is very important that we'll need something called typings, okay, because we are going to handle it from optional. Okay, so you will need something called typing from the module. From basically typing you will import optional. That's what we are going to do, okay, because we need to handle that option. Now let's go ahead and build it. So I'm going to say app.get/search. so whenever user searches something, he'll come to this endpoint, and we are going to define definition, and I'm going to say, now this is where it gets interesting. All right, so I'm going to say q is a string. So query is the string that I want to hear as per of this. And I also need some more thing. I'll need say city, and again I'm going to say string, and I'm saying price. Okay, now this will be a int. So you can also specify something like a default value and say the initial value should be 10. Now in this function, what we'll do, we'll just return first whatever we have got from the output. So let's go ahead and run it with uvcon main app -- reload. Let's go. All right, so the application is up and running. Let's go. By default, the first endpoint, which is what we had created in episode 1, goes to slash and returns back hello world. Let's quickly test the second endpoint also that we had created, user/10. It captures the value. Now the third one that we are building today is search query equal to say food and city equal to Bangalore and price equal to 100. So it shows that it is handling food, city Bangalore, and price is 100. Now let's change the city to New York. It shows city updated with New York. Price, let's update the price. And query you can change and say instead of food you can say travel or whatever you want to add, and those would be captured. That's how, my friends, you capture dynamic query params basically in Python FastAPI. I hope it's clear. It's simple, straightforward. We'll use the endpoint. We capture the endpoints with q, which is nothing but, again, you're telling that handle it optionally. Okay, now let me show you one optional thing. If I just enter q and city, it is still working because price was predefined as 10 here. This is what it is doing, that when you don't find it, it will default it. Now let's say I remove the city as well. So now it says detail missing, type missing, log query equal to message field is required because we did not initialize it. So if you initialize something, you can then ignore it. So if I do this, now you will not see the error. So it will work perfectly. So this is why optional will be helpful. Okay, I hope it's clear. And it, because it has, whenever there is no default value, that means it will become a mandatory field. Remember that. That's the only difference I can tell you, that whenever a query param does not have any default, it becomes mandatory. Okay, remember this, because a lot of beginners would make this mistake and see that their thing is not working. I hope query params now you can handle in FastAPI. In the next episode, I'm going to talk about request body and pydantic, which is basically post request. That's what we are going to handle in the next episode. So join me, smash that like button and subscribe button. See you in next episode.